And I think we are rolling. Hello, everybody.
Happy Thursday.
How are you guys doing out there? It's a beautiful day here in Palo Alto, California. Hope you're doing well today. So appreciate coming, hanging out with us here. If you're new, the format is. Oh, here's my backup. The format is we have questions that have already come in, and we'll start answering those right from the start.
Yeah.
And feel free to drop us your questions at any time during the broadcast, or if you just want to say hello, even if you don't have a specific question in mind. You just want to say hello.
Yeah, sorry.
Funny's awfully quiet. Hello.
I was looking at that. It said something about disconnected.
Oh, that's okay. I think it's just our internet. As long as this one is connected, we're okay. But it's just like us with the comment feed.
You guys, hi and welcome if you've never been, like you just said. So this is very informal. Throw your questions out and we will answer them.
Okay, so we have some actually
Updates.
Yes, so some HASFIT updates / family updates.
Well, HASFIT is.
HASFIT is family. It's all the same.
I was going to say it's our life. So it's all one and the same here.
Sorry.
Oh, you turned airplane mode on.
I know. I turned it. I thought I was trying to mute the computer, the other one, and instead I turned.
Amateur.
It's not my computer. It's Claudia's. Sorry. Family updates.
Yes. So if you follow us on Snapchat, on Easter, we had done a few snaps about possibly looking at moving, which would mean moving the studio, basically moving our headquarters and our home somewhere else, other than the Bay Area.
It would mean a lot of work as well, because we have everything set up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for this workout video factory that we've created, right? So it's like, well, even though we're so tight on space, so you'd be gaining space at the same time. It's kind of like the downtime and the trade-off.
Yeah.
So we're going through some soul searching now, trying to figure out where the best place is for us and where the best
some emotional highs and lows.
Right. Claudia does not want to leave the San Francisco Bay Area. It's like, so we're in Palo Alto. She does not want to leave, whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fighting tooth and nail, but this is the most expensive area in the country, and we just don't have it like that.
Exactly.
To be honest with you, we don't have it like that.
Yeah.
So it's like
free YouTube workouts don't pay like what you think they would.
No, they don't.
Which is why we appreciate you patrons out there.
Totally.
Making this possible.
Yeah. Because we love you guys and we just want to keep doing this forever.
Right.
But there's a lot of things we should take into consideration.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just a quick update. But we do have questions. So again, if you're watching, hello, what's up? Feel free to throw your questions in the chat box, or if you just want to say hi, say hello, we'll say hi back. Okay, so first question is for Claudia's going to take this one, so I'll read it. Kat asks, any advice on how to bulk up a little? I am toning up, but I still have slim arms. I use the heaviest weights that I can cope with. Right, like 12 pounds each, but my joints won't let me do more than a few reps without having to drop the weights down.
Okay. So thanks, of course, for working out with us, Kat. We certainly appreciate you. So we think that you should go ahead and try the arm workouts that focus more on counting reps, as opposed to the timed workouts. Usually when you're counting reps, you can use the heaviest weight that you can. Usually, let's say it's five reps or something in a set. Then you can focus more on using the heaviest weights without completely fatiguing.
Yeah, because you're not trying to do 20, 30 repetitions in a set. Instead it's 5, 8, 10, and then those workouts are going to be better for bulking if you're trying to
add muscle.
Trying to add muscle.
Yes.
Feminine muscle, but muscle. So we do have there's actually a new workout this week.
Yes, our 40-minute arm workout.
All rep based. That'd be a good one to go check out.
That's great. And then of course, if you have a few, we normally recommend a couple of sets of dumbbells, and it does allow you to adjust the weight as you need to. So that's what we would recommend for adding a little bit more muscle to your arms.
Yeah, not just one of them. So Carolina
Merritt.
Oh,
Okay, she says, I have a question. I cannot go far down on my squats as you guys do, without my knees coming a bit forward. Would it be better to not go that low then? Thank you for all your help and all these workouts. I'm so thankful.
and
Thankful for you,
we are
Carolina.
thankful for you, and we're thankful for this question. I am in particular because this is something I
It's
know
common.
very, very common, and I think a lot of people aren't doing squats correctly, and they don't. And the worst part is they don't know that they're not doing it correctly. So at least you understand. Hey, wait a minute, this isn't right. So let's break it down here real quick. If
Give the
you
man some space.
clear. So if when you're coming down into a squat, if you feel yourself coming forward onto your toes, then a few things are going on. More than likely, you have either weak or tight hamstrings, glutes, or lower back that's not allowing you to get those hips back. So you really need to like mentally focus the whole time on sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back. Not just down with the knees, but here, and then you can bend at the knees, all the while continuing to drive back and keeping your feet flat. So working through that, and if you can't get, as far as us at first, that's okay. But as long as you're driving those hips back and getting as far as you can in every rep, that'll work like almost like an active stretch. While you're working out, but at the same time, you'll gain mobility through that movement as well. So.
And we've also recommended chair squats.
Totally. And that helps you build that confidence to like really sit back and get your hips back too.
So it's basically just having a chair right behind you, right? Using it for assistance, and you basically just tap, and then you come right back up.
Yeah, that helps you. That's a good recommendation, Claudia. Excellent work.
Thanks, Coach. Right.
Okay, so what do we have next here? Elizabeth wants to know, I'm getting over an illness, that stinks, well been there, and haven't worked out in weeks. I have no motivation to get back into it, even though I know I need to. Any advice?
Okay, well, we're glad you're feeling better.
Totally.
And we know that feeling of going on vacation or being sick and not working out for weeks, and then trying to get back into it. Motivation is great in the beginning. You have it, everything's going well, and then something happens and then it's gone. So motivation is fleeting. So kind of like what Coach Kozak says in the workout videos is you really have to find your why. And you really have to just dig down deep inside, find out why you even began working out in the first place. What was that brought you to us? Was it how you felt? You feel uncomfortable in your clothes? You want to get in shape for your children? And then just honing in on those and just focusing and putting that at the forefront of your mind, and that usually can help you get back on the wagon. But also we want you to focus on small and sustainable changes, right? So if you've been out of commission for weeks, don't start with a 40-minute HIIT workout.
Yeah, be reasonable. It's going to take your body a couple. The same thing, illness or injury, same thing, right? Yeah, I think the other thing to mention is, and it's so hard, especially when you're kind of just getting into it. Your fitness journey will not look like this. Everybody thinks,
like
the same thing with life, right? They always say with life as well, but with fitness, no different. You're not gonna okay, I'm always just gonna be getting a little bit better, and I'm just going. No, unfortunately, you're okay. Good, I got off to a fast start. Oh, and then I kind of just slip up, and it took a month off. Oh, and then I got back into it. Oh, and then I sprained my ankle, and then and then I got back into it. So it's just stay on trend and kind of ride the waves.
Yes. So start with like a 15-minute workout. Start with a 10-minute workout. If you've been eating horribly, start adding a few more vegetables onto your plate at dinner time. So small and sustainable changes will add up in the long run, and it will just be a launching pad for you to get back on track.
All right, who's up next?
Jim.
We have Jim.
I work out on my wood floor, and sometimes it's hard to get the movement right on some of the pivots. Any shoe recommendations to help me out?
That's something that we definitely encounter as well. We always have to be aware of what surface we're working out on, what shoes, because we have the mats we use in the video.
Footwear is so important.
Totally. Yes. So we like our Nike Metcons, And one of the reasons why is because they're made with very light tread. So that, if you're using any type of like running shoe or trail running shoe, those are made, to give you grip, which is great if you're running, not so great if, like you said, you want to do pivots. We found that those shoes are pretty flat and don't have a lot of tread. Other ones like Nike, Converse All Stars, you'll see me in some of the videos. I wear Converse All Stars. Same concept. Any shoe with light tread.
Yeah, I know they can be kind of pricey, but I only use my shoes for a specific set of workouts. So they usually last me for a really long time. So I get my value out of those.
Totally.
So,
Honestly, if you look, you can always find them on sale. You don't have to get like this season's colors. Like, who cares?
Who cares?
I'd never buy brand new. Let's put it there. This season.
Good luck getting this guy to pay full price for anything. So yeah, we get it.
True story. Okay. Who's up next? You have Tracy Healy, who's reading this one. Let's see. So this one is. Oh.
Scooch down.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll read the question. I can't make the live broadcast. No problem, Tracy. We'll get your question in. But I'm wondering about arm workouts. Everybody's getting ready for summertime. Everybody getting ready to show off those arms.
That's right.
Right now, I do your 25-minute biceps and triceps workout. I love it. I'm seeing results. Excellent. I do it every other day. Is there any other arm workouts I should be doing on my off days? Or just leave it to the 25 minutes. Thank you so much. Love your workouts. We love you, Tracy.
We love you, Tracy. I think Tracy was one that said she was going to be cutting the grass.
Oh.
It's a really big yard. I think she's the one that said
Well,
so.
okay.
That sounds like a workout.
It does.
In and of itself.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Anyway, so the workout that you're doing right now, Tracy, is great. If you want to mix things up, then you can, kind of what we recommended to Kat in the earlier question, is to do the time-based, to do the rep-based arm workout. So it's a good way for you to mix up your routine. So you can alternate the new 40-minute arm workout with the one that you're already doing that's more rep, as opposed to time.
Yeah. So and then you just alternate the two of them.
And then, of course, mixing up your weights. If you have a few options for dumbbells, that's always a good idea, too.
All right. Who's up next?
Nancy.
We have Nancy Wallace.
Yes. Want to know if you recommend daily short HIIT, or should I alternate with abs, arms, whatever? I have just a few pounds and I'd like to drop for wardrobe seasons, and I want to keep the calorie burn going. Any advice would be appreciated. Thanks for saving my life, by the way.
Oh, my goodness. Nancy, you're the only one that has the power to save your own life. Anyway, right. Right. So, but we are happy to be along for the journey.
Yes. Thank you so much for allowing us.
So that being said, sounds like you're more or less asking a programmatic question, and which is why we always are recommending, and push is a strong word, for us to push something when everything is free. But we essentially try to push people towards the programs because they give you that balance of, making sure that you're doing the right proportion of leg workouts to back workouts to chest workouts to cardio to, everything is a balance. And when you just pick random routines, without really any rhyme or reason, you run the risk of having imbalances, of not reaching your goal, of injury. So there's a lot of negatives that can happen from not having a plan and not having a good distribution of balance of exercises to everybody. So again, we have the plans depending on your fitness level. We recommend, if you're a beginner, we have the beginner foundation program, and we recommend 30-day calendar updates every month, as well as the motive, more intermediate to advanced oriented. And again, both of those are going to give you like a full body balance, making sure your arms hit the right amount of times, your abs are hitting. I got this amount of cardio. Everything is just nice, quick,
and you also get the modifications, right? So if you're a beginner, but you're not so much of a beginner, then you can do Coach Kozak's movements, and the same with motive, right? If you're like, oh, I'm not quite that advanced, well, then you have me, right? Where you can do my movements. But the plans are awesome. Just like you said, just make sure everything is evened out.
Totally. So.
Oh, there's our man.
What's up, Heath?
Hey, Heath. We were like, is he going to be there today? Thanks for joining us.
All right, so what we got, brother? I was wondering where you're saying those who think they can and those who think they can't are both right comes from. So I'll start with that. I don't know. I didn't necessarily invent it. I take a lot of stuff that I hear and I just kind of adapt it to what we're doing. So I don't take credit for anything that I say. Really, I'm just a.
He's a product of things that he feeds his brain. Like I'll come in here sometimes and he'll be listening to Eric Thomas, or he'll be listening to, I don't know, who's the other one?
Anybody, a lot of
Tony Robbins or whoever, right? So
yeah.
he soaks all that information in and he just kind of spits out whatever that brain puts together.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody has like their name associated with that quote. They may, I don't know. Let's see, and then Keith's wife, who we don't have a name for her. Maybe next time, Keith, let's give the wife a shout.
Hi, Keith's wife. I know she just had a baby, so congrats.
Dang, you were like on top of this community.
Community manager right here. That's
We're
me.
impressed. Okay. Wanted me to ask what risk recovery advice you have.
Risks. That's a hot topic lately.
Yeah.
We've been coming across.
Well, I think what's really happening again, I don't know your specific situation, but what we find happening across the board are people's risks are just being used in ways that they've never been used before. What I mean by that is sitting at the computer, sitting like this. These movements are not native to our bodies, so the wrist takes so much of a beating in the hands all day that movements that are not really intended for. So they're much more susceptible to injury. They're more tight. Like, so when you're exercising,
They're painful.
things that shouldn't hurt are all of a sudden starting to hurt. And injuries happen a lot sooner. So to protect the wrist, there are two major things that we kind of have been recommending. One
Wrist wraps.
is a pair of wrist wraps, and you can literally just search wrist wraps in Amazon, and you'll get page after page, like $10. You just wrap them around, and they're just nice for extra support when you're exercising. Or if you have the problem of when you're doing anything from the floor, like the push-up position and this position, and it's just too much pain for you.
Or the crab.
Or the crab position. Anything where you're on your hands. Those moves can pretty much all be done with push-up bars. Again, a small piece of equipment, like $10, can be bought on Amazon, push-up bars. And all they're going to do is elevate you off the ground and give you handles, and you put your wrist in a more neutral position. So those are the two general wrist protocols. Oh, and Heath, it's we're going to say, is it Aaliyah?
Aaliyah is what I.
Aaliyah. I'm hoping it's Aaliyah. Hello, Aaliyah.
But also that reminds me, saying that she had a baby fairly recently is, I had the exact same problem after I had Ale. Do you remember that? Because I was always holding her, and of course being a first time mom, I had never held anything for hours on end like that, and my wrists were destroyed.
So the same thing, right?
And the wrist wraps, I'm complaining to him, he would make me wear wrist wraps. So I can really advocate for those being super helpful.
Yeah, you don't want to depend on them forever, but as you're going through time, a rehabilitative time, they're perfect tool.
They are.
Okay, so who's next? We have Rebecca has a question.
Yes. Ooh, sorry. Rebecca.
There's some coffee in here. It seems to be coffee with the Kozak.
I know. Ooh, I like that. Wondering your thoughts on a desk cycle for work. Several others in my group have used and seem to like it. I wish we could put an espresso together. Not just as a replacement for exercise, but as an option instead of just sitting all day.
So,
Desk cycle.
great question.
Is that like this or
With the feet.
Okay.
Well, the one in the she provided the link, so she's asking basically about a under the desk, little just pedal cycle, and
like the daughter?
and they definitely have their positives and their negatives. So I will say that overall, I'm for them. with a couple of
Caveats.
caveats. So they're definitely good to burn passive calories throughout the day, because you're basically not really thinking. It's almost like a fidgeting device. Like you're the type of person that just is going to sit there with something and need something to hold on to.
I've seen those for kids in schools, right?
Right.
Fidgeting.
Yeah, so it's you can kind of do that, and then at the same time, like, oh hey, why not? Let's burn some passive calories all on the day. The negative is you're still going to have all of those the problems associated with long periods of time from sitting, from all the postural issues to just organ issues, not standing up, not moving. All those still exist. So you're not. You're still going to have tight hip flexors. Your shoulders are still going to be rounded. Your head's still going to be full. All of those problems. The cycle isn't going to touch. Which is where like a standing desk can come in handy to kind of get you up a little bit more as well. And then the only thing you really have to watch out for with them is people have been known to kind of overdo it a little bit, and then sometimes they'll get chronic injuries related to something like that. So like literally they'll be 8 hours a day they're pedaling because it's there. Well, now all of a sudden they have like super tight hip flexors or a knee issue that didn't exist before. So just a couple things to be aware of, but overall, I give them my Kozak stamp of approval. It's the first time I've ever done that. Probably the last. Okay, so what's up next? We have
Stephanie.
Stephanie has a question about tennis elbow.
Yes, she has tennis elbow on both sides since December because of lifting, even though I went very progressive and up in the weight. So I was wondering if you could recommend some exercises. Yeah, she was told that isometric and eccentric exercises to strengthen her elbows, but she's not sure exactly what to do.
So I don't want to get into too big of like a lecture on this, but isometric is like when you're in a hold, essentially. Anything that's just like a hold in a static position, that's isometric. And then eccentric is the lowering phase of any exercise. So if you're going to do it to a push-up, the isometric phase would be just holding yourself there. And then the eccentric portion would be to actually like lowering yourself. So I don't know why, if they're going to give you all that advice, why they would just give you like an exercise recommendation. But so I'm going to give you one. Let's say if you're looking to build up strength in your elbows and your triceps, how about an eccentric push-up and an isometric push-up? So you can literally, depending on your strength levels, maybe start on your knees. So from your knees, get into the bottom and position in a push-up with both elbows at a 90-degree angle, and just hold. Maybe start with 5 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever you have, whatever you're capable of, and try to work your way up. And then for an eccentric version of a push-up, which again is just the lowering phase, you could also do this on your knees. So start in the top position of a push-up, slowly lower yourself until your elbows get to the 90-degree, and then you can rest your chest on the ground and come back up, so you don't have to do the press back up. So a couple
Good advice.
quick little ideas here.
You should do a video about that. And then I'll just take it down.
But so that's where she's. That makes sense.
I'll just get this one out.
We have so many video requests. So many of them are so specific and just rare. You're probably the only one that cares about this.
My favorite one was the dance exercise video, which
you do not want to see. That's one that you can do on your own. We'll get our head on the desk. Smooth move, Claudia.
That's what I get for laughing at you.
Okay, well, I think that just about wraps
concludes our April Q&A.
April Q&A. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next month. As always, thank you for your support. We couldn't do this without you. We wouldn't want to do it without you.
You guys are the best.
I'm Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.